Louisiana. Running from some voodoo hell. So, Reid, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, we had a really nice night last night, hanging out in the French Quarter for New Year's Eve.
Yep.
We both imbibed. I woke up a little bit rough, and my question is, it reminded me of the morning after. So you've been giving some good sex advice, but I'm wondering, in terms of relationship advice or etiquette, what is good for the morning after? How do you handle that?
You mean when you're hungover?
Just in general. Let's say we didn't know each other. I picked you up and took you to my hotel room. How do you handle the morning after? Yeah.
Okay. So if you're listening to this, it's probably already too late. But Happy New Year, everyone. Good morning after. Okay, so first off, you don't want to do the whole chewing off your arm and slipping out the door.
The coyote ugly.
Yeah. Even if the person's beautiful, sometimes people are just ashamed or embarrassed or nervous or awkward. If I had $1 for every time I woke up next to somebody and couldn't remember their name, let me tell you.
So do you cop to it, or do you figure out some way around it?
I mean, it's usually what I do is I get up and I want to cook breakfast, and then I'm treating the person who is generous with their genitals. I treat them like a human being. Like if you're role modeling, or you're setting the tone. So even if you're embarrassed, you can just say, "Hey, I'm embarrassed. What's your name?" Or, "Hey, Allison, I'm feeling a little awkward about last night. Do you want to get some breakfast?" Assume that the other person's probably also feeling weird or could be feeling awkward, and just treat each other like human beings. I personally don't have anything against one-night stands. I don't take my casual sex casually, but I have a fair amount of, casual sex or sex with new people for the first time. And I think I found the most mileage in just treating people like human beings and thanking them for spending any time with you.
That's
nice. Drunk or not.
Yeah.
It is still, even with me, embarrassing if I wake up and I can't remember the person's name, or if I'm in the middle of having sex and can't remember the person's name.
Just don't guess in the middle.
Yeah, don't guess, because you usually guess wrong. Don't ask them their name right as they're about to come. That usually is a bad idea.
Or when you're about to come, so you can make sure you scream the right name.
Yeah, be like, "I'm sorry, I'm getting really close. What's your name again?" That would be really funny. I would appreciate that. Do that to me. But really the idea is...
dignity, human beings.
Yeah. If you really have to bolt and they're still, sound asleep or passed out or whatever... and by the way, if I don't have a problem with people having drunk sex, please get consent first.
How do you get consent? You ask?
You ask them, and if they're, hesitating at all, that's the sign. Don't have sex with them. Go to bed drunk, wake up the next morning and have hangover sex or something like that. Well, not super hangover sex. But, the idea of, say if you're even concerned at all about the consent piece, or that they're consenting because they're drunk, my policy is don't have sex that night. Go to bed, wake up the next morning, have morning sex if you want. Mostly because, especially for men, but also for women too, that means you're just a freaking stand-up person.
Yeah. And
then what happens is the next morning, if you have consensual morning sex and didn't have sex the night before because you were worried, you're such a fucking nice person that they're going to be like, "Wow, that's a really nice person," and want to fuck you again, probably.
Yeah, hopefully.
I've actually done that, and then had them recommend me to their friends to fuck because I'm such a nice guy.
Okay, good to know. So consent, check in.
If you have to leave and sneak out, I like to leave a little note and just say thanks.
Smart.
You don't have to do the call me sometime, unless you really want them to call you. just be like, thank you so much. That was awesome. Have a great life. Like, that's just nice.
Okay, sounds good.
That's my advice.
All right, and my little tidbit of sleeping with authors. If you're interested in doing that, my advice is to read. All right, anyway, that's it.
To what? Read them?
To read.
Oh.
Just to read. To be a reader, and you will get laid more by authors. That's the tidbit.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks. Take it easy.